Hey, Thies. Aren't you married yet? You're getting up there in age, right? Don't your parents ever push you to get married? Good evening, Maggie. Well, I haven't really thought about it. Right now I'm pretty busy with work and I haven't had much time to meet anyone. My parents haven't really pressured me about it either. They've always told me that I should live my life at my own pace. Wow, that's so nice. My parents are always on my case about it. They keep telling me you have to get married before you turn 30. No one's going to want you after that. You'll just be seen as an old hag with no market value. I'm constantly hearing that kind of stuff. Oh, I see. Well, that must be tough for you. For the record, I'm already over 30, so I guess meeting your parents would be pretty awkward for me, huh? Wait, really? You're over 30? Well, in that case, maybe you should start worrying a little. You're pretty much on the verge of being in the leftover market, aren't you? Well, maybe from a certain point of view. But I've always believed that if you don't meet the right person at the right time, no matter how great they are, things won't work out. Forcing something just doesn't make sense. Wow, that's pretty deep. I guess those are the words of wisdom that come with age, huh? Is that so? Thank you, I suppose. Though I'm not sure how I feel about that compliment. Well, in any case, now I get it. If you had someone you were thinking of marrying, I was going to suggest inviting them to our wedding. But since you don't, I guess that's that. Yep, that's about right. But thanks for being thoughtful. Well, we'll still be counting on you for the big day. You'll be there, right? Of course, I wouldn't miss it for the world. I'm looking forward to it. Wait, what's going on? You suddenly slapped me? What are you thinking? Huh? That's what I should be asking you. I heard you grew up in an orphanage, right? An orphan at a family event like my wedding? Oh, how embarrassing. A stranger like you shouldn't even be here. Are you seriously saying this? Yes, I was raised in an orphanage, but is that really such a big issue? Officially, I'm legally recognized as part of the family. I've always had a good relationship with Arnold, and we've gotten along as siblings our whole lives. I'm sure Arnold sees me as his real sister. Ugh, orphans are gross. Seriously, it's disgusting. And that means if I marry Arnold, you're literally just a stranger. Strangers shouldn't be attending our wedding. Are you serious right now? Of course I'm serious. And by the way, since you're not blood related to Arnold, you're not harboring weird feelings for him or anything, right? Because that would be seriously gross. What? No way. Of course not. Neither Arnold nor I think anything like that. Ew, you're seriously disgusting. You were adopted from some random place, right? I can't believe something like that could be a part of a family. That's just not acceptable. So this is how you feel? Fine, I understand. Just know that I've always treated Arnold like my brother. You're not family, so stop acting like you are. Now, get out! Understood. Thea! That was just a joke. Please come back right now. You didn't actually leave, did you? What are you talking about? You actually slapped me, didn't you? You looked me straight in the face and said I was a disgusting orphan raised in an institution. You really think I'm going to forget that? Wait, stop taking that seriously. I'm telling you, it was just a joke, so come back. I didn't think you'd get all emotional about something like that. Honestly, are you really going to let that bother you? Even if it wasn't your true feelings, or even if it was just a joke, what you said was unforgivable. You slapped me in front of everyone and told me to leave. I never want to be involved with you again. What you did was absolutely cruel. Hold on, that's gotta be a joke, right? Wow, you're really something, aren't you? Joking right back at me like that? You've got to be kidding. But seriously, come back. You've caused a huge scene, and now the whole wedding is on hold because of you. Everything is falling apart, so just come back and we can fix this. Yes, I know things have fallen apart. My phone hasn't stopped buzzing. My family is really worried. My parents keep calling to check if I'm okay. Arnold is trying to reach me too. It looks like I've caused a lot of trouble for everyone, but honestly, this isn't just about me. Arnold is out looking for you right now. Please, I am begging you, come back already. The wedding can't go on without you. This is all turning into a disaster. I've already told you I'm not coming back. You slapped me and humiliated me and then told me to leave. You don't just get to snap your fingers and make everything go away. If you want to go ahead with the wedding, then be my guest. But don't expect me to come back and pretend like none of this happened. I'm not going to support this marriage anymore. Arnold is furious. Do you have any idea how much he's angry right now? He's absolutely livid about what happened. He's asking why you would say such cruel things to me, his sister. Your parents are completely beside themselves with anger, too. Your dad even stood up in front of everyone and shouted, "This wedding is off!" Now the whole venue is dead silent. It's an absolute nightmare. Oh, I see. Well, that sounds like a real mess. But I can picture it clearly. Right now, my mom is probably holding a handkerchief, trying to keep herself from crying. That's exactly what's happening. Your dad was shouting at everyone to calm down, but you could see the anger in his face. He was glaring at everyone, especially me. And then right after he shouted at Arnold, "This wedding is canceled," your mom quietly walked up to my parents and said, "We can no longer permit this marriage to go forward." She said it so calmly, but the weight of her words was enormous. I see. So my parents are that upset. It's a strange feeling, but it also makes me realize just how much they care about me. I guess in a way, I'm really lucky to have such a loving family. Don't act like this is some sentimental revelation. You realize how bad things are, right? And if this keeps going, Arnold's life will be ruined. The only way to fix this is if you come back and clear everything up. You can still make things right, so please, just come back. No, I think it's too late for that now. Listen, maybe you haven't thought about this, but we're just like any other family. Sure, I'm not their biological child, but my parents still raised me with love and care. Arnold has never once made me feel like I didn't belong. Can you imagine how it feels to have your family insulted like that? Well, yeah, I guess I wouldn't like it if someone said something bad about my family. That would hurt. Exactly. So if you wouldn't want someone to treat your family that way, why do you think it's okay to treat others like that? This is something my mom taught me when I was just a kid. She told me that if I didn't want to be treated a certain way, I shouldn't treat others like that either. It's such a simple lesson, but it's important. Why are you giving me a lecture now? We can talk about all that later. Right now, all I need you to do is come back. That's it. If you come back, everything will go back to normal. So please, just do it. I'm not coming back. Arnold is on his way to see me, and I'm going to talk to him directly. I'm not going to try to change his mind about anything, so don't worry. If, after hearing everything, he decides he doesn't want to go through with the wedding, that's his decision. But all I'm going to do is tell him the truth, nothing more. Please, just listen to me. I'm really, really sorry for what I said. I've thought it over, and I realize how wrong I was. I won't ever make the same mistake again, I swear. So please, just come back, and we can make this right. I've already told you no. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I am exhausted, and honestly, I just need to be alone right now. Wait, no! You can't just leave like this! If you don't come back, everything is going to fall apart. Arnold is going to be devastated, and your parents will never forgive me. Please, just do this for your family. Don't you care about them? Of course I care about my family. That's why I'm doing this. You see, my parents taught me the importance of standing up for myself, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm not going to let you or anyone else treat me like I don't matter. I know my worth, and I won't let anyone diminish that, not even for the sake of a wedding. But what about Arnold? Don't you care about how this will affect him? He loves you, Thea, and he's counting on you to be there for him. You're his sister, and he needs you now more than ever. Please, don't let him down. I'm not letting Arnold down. I love him and I'll always be there for him. But that doesn't mean I have to put up with being treated like this. If Arnold truly loves me and respects me, then he'll understand why I'm doing this. And if he doesn't, well, then maybe this marriage wasn't meant to be after all. You can't be serious. You're really going to let everything fall apart just because of one stupid comment? Is this really how you want things to end? This isn't about one comment. This is about how you've treated me and how you've shown me that you don't respect me or my family. I can't support a marriage where one partner doesn't respect the other's family. That's not the kind of relationship I want to be a part of, and it's not the kind of life I want for Arnold either. But I have apologized. I told you I'm sorry, and I mean it. Can't you just forgive me and come back? We can put all this behind us and move forward together. Forgiveness isn't something that can be demanded or rushed. It's something that has to be earned, and right now, I'm not sure you've earned it. I need time to process everything, and I need space to figure out what's best for me and my family. Maybe someday I'll be able to forgive you, but right now I just can't. So, what are you saying? That this is the end? That you're just going to walk away and never look back? I'm saying that I need to do what's right for me. And if that means walking away, then yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not doing this to hurt anyone, but I also can't let myself be hurt anymore. I deserve better than that, and so does Arnold. Fine. If that's really how you feel, then there's nothing more I can say. But just know that you're making a huge mistake. You're throwing away everything for no good reason.
Thea, I'm really sorry about yesterday. Are you feeling better?
It's fine, don't worry about it. More importantly, aren't you the one who seems more upset? It was supposed to be your wedding. I'm really sorry.
Why are you apologizing? You were just a victim in all this. To hear such heartless things said, I honestly can't forgive that. You have no idea how much you've helped me until now.
I understand that she doesn't care about those circumstances, but I believe there are things you can say and things you can't. If I were in her position, I would never say something like that. The fact that she could just blurt out such words and then slap my fiancé's sister? I'm sorry, but I just can't celebrate the two of you.
Yeah, I get it. I don't want to marry her anymore either. I'm honestly despairing over who she really is.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. But are you really okay with this? This could significantly change Arnold's life, you know?
I'm fine with it. In fact, I've been having doubts about marrying her. There's a chance she might be betraying me, you know.
Wait, what do you mean?
The results were supposed to come out a little earlier. It got delayed, and here we are. Ironically, the results came out just yesterday.
What are you talking about?
It's about a test I had done recently. I found out that I might not be the only one she's been seeing. You know how she's always been secretive with her phone? I never thought much of it until I started noticing certain things.
So, you think she might be cheating on you?
Exactly. I mean, it's one thing if she's just busy with her job or something, but the way she's been acting, it's been really strange. There were texts that I saw when she thought I wasn't looking. It was just a feeling at first, but now it's turned into something I can't ignore.
Well, that's awful. Have you confronted her about it?
Not yet. I wanted to wait for the results first. I didn't want to make accusations without any proof, but now that it's all come crashing down, I don't know what to do.
You really should talk to her. It's not fair for you to be in the dark about something like this.
You're right. But how do I even start? It feels like I'm walking on eggshells. I mean, if she is cheating, what's going to happen to us after all of this? I don't want to ruin even more of my happiness, but I also can't just stand by while she pulls this kind of stuff.
It's tough, but you can't keep it bottled up. You need to find a way to bring it up, even if it's just to clarify your feelings.
Yeah, I know. I just wish it didn't have to come to this. Everything was supposed to be perfect, and now it feels like it's all falling apart.
I'm here for you. No matter what happens, just remember that you need to put yourself first. Don't lose sight of that.
Thanks, Thea. I really appreciate your support. I'll think about how to handle this. It's just a lot to process right now.
Take your time. Just remember, the truth always has a way of coming out. It's better for everyone in the long run, even if it feels hard now.
You're right. I'll figure it out. I just hope this all works out for the best.
It seems like there's been a burglary at my place, but then I found out it was you. What do you think you were doing? Do you really believe that you can get married after pulling a stunt like this? Do you think that sneaking around and stealing from people will lead to some sort of happy ending for you? Huh? What are you talking about? I'm not doing anything like that. Oh, really? Oh, you must be joking. I have clear footage of you on the security cameras. What's your excuse for that? Do you really think you can deny it when there's undeniable proof right in front of you? Huh? Security cameras? Your house isn't even that fancy to have those, right? Well, you see, I work from home. I have important documents and everything, so I installed them just in case. It's not about having a fancy house. It's about being responsible and protecting what's mine. But you didn't care about that at all, did you? You only took the valuables. What? Did you lose your chance to marry my brother, quit your job, and come here to steal because you're broke? Is that really the desperate path you've chosen? No way. Are you serious right now? You're really accusing me of that? Do you think I'm just making this up? You think I'm talking nonsense even though I have all this evidence? Look, it's clear as day on the footage. You can't just ignore it. It's not a figment of my imagination. It's reality staring you in the face. No, that's... You must be having a rough time now. Your wedding is over, and I bet your relatives have cut ties with you. You have no one to rely on, lost everything, and yet you still think it's understandable to resort to theft? I can't quite empathize, though. It's hard to feel sorry for someone who chooses to hurt others when they're down. It's all your fault! What did you say? How dare you shift the blame on me? It's your fault for not accepting my apology and leaving! Arnold got furious and called off the engagement because of you! If you had just come back and made things right, none of this would have happened. Can't you see that your actions had consequences? Are you serious? You need to take some responsibility for your actions. The issue wasn't my behavior. Everyone was angry because of what you said and did. How can you not see that after all this time? Are you really this blind to your own faults? Because I never expected you to be an orphan. I was so excited to become a part of Arnold's family. If there's a woman in the family who's nobody special, my parents would never accept that. I thought they would be strict about it. You have to understand, it's not just about me. It's about family dynamics, too. That was a misunderstanding on your part. Your family's strictness is precisely why they were upset with your comments. From my perspective, they were completely justified. You can't just walk into a family and expect them to embrace you without any reservations. Still, I did apologize. Apologies aren't enough. Oh, and there's one more thing. I want you to lose even more. I hope you understand that this isn't just about you and me. It's about accountability for your actions. What? What more can I possibly lose? I lost my fiancé, my relatives, and my job. There's nothing left for me to lose. You've taken everything. Your money. What? Are you serious? What do you mean by that? While you were with Arnold, I know you were seeing other men. It's only fair that you face the consequences for that betrayal. You can't just play with people's emotions and expect to get away with it. No way. You must be mistaken. I would never do that. I can't believe you would think that of me. I know everything, and I have the evidence. There's no way for you to escape this now. You think you can talk your way out of this? You think I'm just going to let you go without facing the music? That's not going to happen. Wait, what are you talking about? Please just stop tormenting me any further. I can't take this. If you're suffering, that's your own problem. You've enjoyed yourself for far too long, haven't you? Even after your engagement was decided, it seems you continued seeing him. You thought you could juggle 2 lives without any repercussions. So, how do you know that? You're making it sound so personal. Your boyfriend seems to be rather dim-witted. He posted all kinds of things on his account. He conveniently kept a record of it all. He documented the dates you met and went on dates together. You didn't think I would find out, did you? You must have thought you were being clever, but it's all right here. What? He was doing that? Why would he post that? Oh, so you didn't know. He had a secret account that was all about living the good life. He posted pictures, and guess what? There were photos from the same angle and around the same time as your "I stayed over at my girlfriend's" posts. It's almost laughable how naive you've been. What? He did that multiple times? Ugh, I can't believe this. It seems he has multiple women in his life. Well, of course, he wouldn't share that account with you. He probably thought it was safer that way, keeping his options open while you were busy being oblivious. What? He was seeing other women? Oh, that is just the worst. I can't believe this is happening. You're the last person to say that. Who's the one betraying their fiancé? You can't act like you're innocent here. You're trying to deflect attention from your own mistakes by pointing fingers at others. That is just pathetic. That's not true. He wasn't serious with those girls. They were just old connections. He used to be a host, but he quit. I was just meeting him occasionally. So you lied to Arnold about hanging out with female friends, yet you went to stay with a former host? How do you plan to explain that? What kind of justification do you have for that? You're digging yourself deeper, and it's not going to end well for you. But I was going to stop after we got married. I swear, I was going to be loyal. People who say they'll change after marriage often don't. Even if I set aside that theory, that's all hypothetical. You've already committed your wrongdoing, so you're going to have to pay for your damages. There's no way around it. Wait, damages? Come on, that's an exaggeration. We weren't even married yet. It doesn't matter if you weren't married. Damages apply to engagements, too. You can't just assume that because there's no ring on your finger, you can escape the consequences of your actions. That's not how life works. No way, you can't be serious. Did you find pleasure in pushing me further into a corner? Is this really the path you want to take? That's not all. What do you mean? You broke into my house without permission and stole my things. Naturally, I'm filing a report and notifying the police. I'll be providing them with the video evidence, and you'll have to deal with the consequences. You'll end up with a criminal record, and you'll still have to pay damages. Your life will be over after this. What the hell? Oh, that's just too cruel. Please, just stop. I was only making a joke. You can't treat me like this. I didn't mean any harm. You're suffering the consequences of your actions. If you had reflected on your mistakes and tried to make amends, things might have turned out differently. Arnold even debated how far he should go with you, but what you did was outright criminal. I can't just let it slide. That's not fair. I thought of you as family, and you're doing this to me? You're the one who said I wasn't family. And since the wedding is off, that doesn't matter anymore. You invaded my home and committed a crime. You show no signs of remorse, and since you've crossed that line, I will also be pursuing damages from my brother. He needs to learn from this as well. Please, I am really sorry. I was wrong. I'll return what I took. Just don't involve the police. I'll do anything. Just don't let this ruin my life. If I show you leniency now, it will only lead to a cycle of repeating offenses. And I can already guess you'll want to get back together with Arnold somehow. I'm exhausted by this. You need to go reflect on your actions in a very serious way. You've put yourself in this position, and now you have to face the consequences. Just please, I beg you. I'll make it right. I'll fix everything. Just give me a chance. A chance? You've had plenty of chances, and you've wasted every single one of them. Now it's time to face the music. You can't just keep asking for second chances when you've repeatedly shown that you're not worthy of them. Life doesn't work that way. I promise I'll change. I'll prove to you that I can be better. Just don't do this. You keep saying that, but words mean nothing without actions to back them up. You need to show me that you're capable of being a better person, and right now, I'm not seeing any of that. Until you can prove it, I won't let this go. Maggie was taken away by the police, and after that, I never saw her again. It was a surreal moment, watching her being led away, the weight of everything that had transpired settling heavily on my chest. I had so many mixed feelings swirling around inside me: anger, sadness, relief, and even a strange sense of closure. Since the incident, the decision was made to handle everything through a lawyer. It seemed like the most sensible course of action, especially given the complexity of the situation. With legal proceedings in motion, I felt a sense of detachment. There was no immediate pressure on me. I could take a step back and observe how things would unfold. It was as if I had handed over the reins to someone else, letting them guide me through this chaotic ordeal. My brother Arnold had initially taken a lenient stance. He seemed to think that since he and Maggie were no longer planning to marry, it might be better to overlook her reckless behavior. He was trying to be the bigger person, perhaps hoping to salvage some kind of amicable resolution. However, it soon became clear that he was grappling with the pain of betrayal. As time went on, he changed his mind and decided that it was crucial to seek damages from her. He was determined to hold her accountable for her actions. It was heartbreaking to see my brother go through such turmoil. His wedding plans had been dashed in an instant, and I could feel his disappointment resonating deeply within me. I understood how much he had invested in the relationship, and the sudden end left a gaping hole in his life. Yet, amid the sorrow, I couldn't shake the feeling of relief that came with the end of his engagement to someone I believed was fundamentally flawed. Maggie's behavior had always raised red flags. The way she acted, the choices she made, and the way she treated those around her, it all pointed to a deeper issue. I had tried to give her the benefit of the doubt, wanting to believe that she could change or that my brother could bring out the best in her. But now, with everything laid bare, it was evident that she was not the right person for him. It felt like a strange contradiction. I was happy that Arnold had escaped a potentially toxic marriage, but I was equally saddened by the loss of what could have been. The family dynamics were shifting, and I could see the strain on everyone. The idea of a wedding had brought a sense of joy and anticipation, and now it was replaced by uncertainty and regret. Arnold's determination to seek damages was not just about financial compensation. It was about reclaiming his dignity. He wanted to make sure that Maggie understood the impact of her actions. It was important for him to assert that her behavior had consequences, not only for him, but for her as well. I admired his resolve, even though I could see the emotional toll it was taking on him. As we moved forward with the legal proceedings, I tried to support him as best I could. We had long discussions about the situation, and I listened as he poured out his feelings of betrayal and anger. I wanted him to know that he wasn't alone in this. We were family, and I would stand by him no matter what. The more we talked, the more it became clear that while he had lost a potential partner, he was gaining something far more valuable: clarity. The experience had forced him to confront what he truly wanted in life and what kind of partner he deserved. I could see the weight on his shoulders slowly lifting, and for that, I was grateful. In the end, even though Maggie's actions had caused so much pain, they also served as a catalyst for growth. Life had a way of pushing us into uncomfortable situations, but it also allowed us to discover our strength. I hoped that one day Arnold would find someone who truly appreciated him, someone who would support him and share in his dreams.